I think the funniest blog he ever wrote, I found out about like 6 months ago. Maybe it was a year ago now. The fight with the lobsterman.
Oh yeah,
he went on. I think it was Shane.
Yeah, Matt and Shane. Yeah.
So he went on with Matt and Shane, and he told the story of when he got the shit beat out of him by a lobsterman in Maine. And
you talk about this blog
all the time. Well, the story.
Yeah,
so I hear him tell it, and he tells it so when you were like, so this guy is like 6'5" and really flexible. And Matt was like, how did you know he's flexible? He's like, you're like, because he kicked me in the face.
Yeah. I'm 6'3".
Because I think like the way the story read, like it was almost like Matt thought that he were on the ground getting kicked in the face.
No.
It's like I was standing up and got kicked in the face. That's how I know he was flexible.
I would hurt myself trying to do that to someone. And I still remember he was wearing Carhartt pants. I'm like, those are so stiff. Like, how did he get his fucking boot to my chin?
So he has me
getting
dying
in the
laughing.
face standing is
incredible.
crazy.
It's scary. You're like,
I go home. I mean, this is enough of this.
Yeah,
dude.
because most fights, 99% of fights are you punch once, we wrestle. To get a boot to the face like the Undertaker,
Dude.
it's like, I am in over my fucking head.
It was really bad. The guy knocked me to the ground, and then I was on my hands and knees, and he stepped over my back and then grabbed my like coat hood and was swinging around my face, where like I was on my hands and knees. I couldn't like block because then I would have just fallen down.
Yeah.
And it just like there was no defending.
No.
Just no stopping it.
Well, that was also probably his like 5,000th street fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and then I stood up and fuck, man, I mean, it was so bad. It was like,
but also, I mean, you were like broken orbital bone. Like it was actually really bad. It wasn't just like, I got my.
The worst
it was bad
part,
'cause I lost.
We
It
were
was like,
so drunk, obviously, and when I went to bed because I was like, fucking, I'm the man. Got into a fight, and my mouth was bleeding pretty heavily. And so I went to bed and just swallowed all that blood. And I've actually learned this in two different ways. That when your body swallows when a lot of blood collects in your stomach, your stomach can't digest blood.
Right.
And there's a reason for that. Your body has a natural process where if it feels and notices that there's blood collecting in your stomach, it typically means to the body that you have internal bleeding.
Yeah.
And so to alert you to that, it makes you nauseous and throw it up.
Right.
So I woke up in the morning and rushed to the toilet and threw up all
nothing
blood.
but blood. Oh my God.
And that was when I was like, I'm in trouble. This is way worse than I realized.
Was it Christmas or Thanksgiving too?
It was that morning when I woke up was Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve. And I was like 6 a.m, 6:30, and that's you go to bed drunk. It's amazing how numbing alcohol is to
like,
pain.
I'm like a little bit bruised up. But I'm okay. It's like,
And then I woke up and my face, it's pain like someone is operating on you and there's no anesthesia. And I was like, fuck, I need to get home. So I got into the car, it was still dark, cold, Maine, drove 20 minutes home.
What was that, like an apartment or a dorm or something?
No, I was spending the night at my friend's house because he lived in the city of Portland, and we were all drinking, so we just crashed there. And then I walked into the front door, Christmas Eve. My mom's cooking Christmas cookies.
And you're just like...
And the smell of that hit me in the face. The dogs came to greet me at the door. My mom...
I would have just been weeping.
My mom's like, you're home early? And then she saw my face and was just like, what happened? Yeah. And I had to tell her, and we had to go to get emergency dental surgery. Because the dentist isn't open on Christmas Eve.
No.
So you go to like this emergency dentist.
You knocked your teeth out?
I had, this one was completely loose. I had hairline fractures in my gums, which I didn't even know was a thing you could have.
Good for him.
Broken orbital bone.
Yeah.
Broken nose. And the nose healed and shut off the left nostril.
That's my favorite part of the whole thing.
Which I didn't know until I started doing cocaine years later, and I couldn't ever get it through the left nostril. I would
How
try,
funny
and
is
I'd be
that?
like, "What's
Like, it
wrong with me?"
didn't go in.
What's wrong with me? Everyone's like, "Dude, you gotta switch nostrils. You gotta even it out. You're gonna blow a hole through one of
You
them."
get the check, dude?
And I'd be like, "I can't. I'm sniffing, but it's not
Nothing's
coming
going
up.
in."
The vacuum is clogged."
That was my favorite part of the whole fucking story.
Yeah.
But this is all to say that I heard this, and go, this is funny enough, but go listen to on Matt and Shane when you hear it in its entirety. And I was like, this is one of the greatest stories I've ever heard in my life. And I think I texted him, and I probably said something like, why didn't you ever talk about this at Barstool? And he was like, I did. I wrote a blog on it.
Yeah.
But it's just because there's 1,000 fucking blogs.
Yeah, yeah.
And like
And
that's
then right
part of-
afterwards, a fucking Braves game recap went on.
Right. Who guessed that camel toe went up right up top of his fucking, epic tail. I love you, Trent. But it's like that's part of the thanklessness of blogging. But
Yeah.
But man, that and then the final piece of it is that you connected with that guy. He heard you.
Yeah.
He read the blog and
He read the
DM'd you.
blog.
And was
Fuck
like,
off.
yeah,
and
Dude,
he was
I
like,
was
that was
honestly,
me.
as you were telling that story, I was like, I'd love to catch up with that guy.
And you guys were like, cool, right? He
Once
was
you
like,
said
sorry.
fractured
Sure,
gums, I was
sure
like,
sounds like a Barstool fan, right? Sure
He
sounds
called me
the
the
kind of
N-word
guy
while he was
that,
hitting me, too.
has a commenter handle.
You actually are. I when I was listening to it, I was like, and even when the way that the fight stopped and everyone you dapped it up with him and you're like,
Yeah.
good scrap, and I can understand that, and I can understand
Wait,
reconnecting with him, but
What did he say to good when you hitting him going good scrap?
I don't think I said good scrap. I was like, wow, that was awesome. And he was like, yeah.
like I'm good, dude. It was awesome for me.
And he
Like,
goes, he was like, are you? I said, are you okay? That's what I said. I said, are you okay? And he goes, yeah.
you didn't win, dude.
My right hand hurts a little bit.
Sweaty, a little
Broken
sweaty.
knuckles, but
Yeah, I'm out of breath a little, but